Have you seen the leaked photos of the Road Glide and the Street Glide all over social media? I've taken a look and I just wanted to give you my 2 cents. Stay tuned. So welcome back to Bob's Garage. If this is your first time here, welcome aboard. And thank you to all of my recent subscribers. We finally broke the 1,000 subscriber limit and I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, the leaked photo thing. First of all, I think it's kind of sad that someone lost their job over this. From what I hear, the person that leaked these photos was relieved of their duties with Harley-Davidson, and they should know better. You can't be doing stuff like this. And I think, I don't know, was it worth it? I don't know. But anyway, I've looked at the photos. I'm sure you guys have all seen them. They're all over. There's videos on them. They're on Facebook. They're everywhere. And I have a few thoughts. Number one, I'm really glad I bought my Road Glide when I did because I really like what I have. And from what I saw, it's a little bit, I mean, it may grow on me. And again, these leaked photos, a couple of them were distorted, as you saw. And, you know, so they'll probably look better in person. But this is another situation, in my opinion, where Harley-Davidson just can't win. And what I mean by that is, for years, everyone's been bitching and complaining, including me, that, you know, you guys have got to, you know, start including LEDs. You've got to change the suspension. You got to do this. You got to do that. Well, if you look at these leaked photos, they're including LEDs. People have commented that they're ugly. Well, you wanted LEDs. You got LEDs. If you look at where the horn used to be on the left side of the motor, the horn's been relocated under the forks, and that leads me to believe that they did that to move the electrical unit, and that's to make room for the monoshock. So I think they've improved the suspension on the touring bikes. I think you're going to see a monoshock. And again, people will complain about that. And you wanted an upgrade, and I think it's a huge upgrade. I think that the monoshock is great on these Softails. I know we had two. We had the Slim, we had the Heritage, and now we've got the Lowrider S with the monoshock. And the suspension's fantastic. So I think it's a huge upgrade, but people will still complain about that. Oh, it's not traditional, well, whatever. So Harley's going to lose. People are going to complain no matter what. And we know that that's how they do it. That people just complain no matter what Harley does. I think that at least they're doing something. One of the leaked photos looked like the infotainment system was much larger. It appears that they're going with the power windshield, which to me, I know Indian has it. I'm just not a fan. I have a friend who's got an Indian with the power windshield, and he's like, you know what, I put it where I want it, and I leave it there. He's like, I really haven't moved it much. And I don't know. We'll see. It just seems like one more thing to malfunction or what. I don't know. The airbox that they're using on these leaked photos is hideous, but most people replace those anyway. But it's just this big monster on this. It's horrible looking. So hopefully that will change. Another thing I found interesting is these are apparently CVOs, that these photos are. And parts are blacked out, parts are not blacked out. Like the engine guard is chrome where other parts are black, and usually it's one or the other. I really think these are prototypes. I don't think these are things we're going to see mass produced right away, but I could be wrong. I do like the inverted front end. I think that's a huge upgrade. And again, you've got black and chrome, but on an inverted front end, you're going to have the sliders inside those are going to be chrome. Those aren't going to be black. So I get that being two-tone, but the engine guard should have been black. So, and that's what leads me to believe that these may just be prototypes. I think if it were a production bike, you'd see the uniform color scheme. If you guys have more information than I do, please comment down below. I'm just going by what I've seen and assumptions that I'm making based on, you know, past experiences with what Harley-Davidson has done. I think it's great that they're making strides to improve the touring chassis bikes. I think it's long overdue. I mean, they upgraded to, you know, with the Rushmore project in 2014. That was a huge upgrade, and then they upgraded the Road Glide shortly thereafter. Huge upgrade. The new Road Glide is fantastic. I personally don't think it needs to change too much. I like, yeah, LED turn signals and maybe some better shocks, but other than that, we just did a 200 and some odd mile ride the other day, and so comfortable. I could have stayed in that bike on that bike all day long. It was just so comfortable. What a great ride. So they don't need to reinvent the wheel here. I know they want to make some upgrades, and I get that. Totally appreciate that, but a little bit, I don't know. I think another thing that really was made the photos a little difficult for me to take was the colors. If you've watched my videos before, you know that I prefer black, and I'm not into all the flashy colors. And man, that Road Glide with the orange and the gray and the black, and there was a lot going on there. It was just way too much for me. I just wasn't interested in that. So I'm hoping, again, that these are just prototypes, that they're things they're considering doing in the future. But we'll see. If you have any information that I don't, please comment down below. Let me know what you think of them. I've seen mixed reactions. Some people love them, some people hate them. Again, Harley's going to get criticized no matter what they do, so we've covered that already. But hey, at least they're doing something, and that's why I think, you know, as much as I'm not a fan of Indian motorcycles, I think it's great the Indian is there, because they're pushing the motor company to get better. You know, they've got some competition now, and so I think it's a good thing that there's some friendly competition. And yeah, Indian, it's funny because Indian, you know, I've been saying that they kind of broke into the patent office of Harley-Davidson to copy these bikes. The Challenger copied the Road Glide. This new, what's it called, the Chief Sport, is basically a lowrider S. But now if you look at these new Harleys, these new, I guess they're prototype CVOs, it looks like Harley may have copied a few things off of Indian, but I don't know. Who invented the wheel? You know, everybody's got their own version of it. You deal with the same thing in the car business, and one company does something and somebody has to copy it, and you know, whatever. As long as the bikes are good and everybody's happy with what they're buying, I guess that's all that really matters. But comment down below, let me know what you think, and you know, thanks for coming along for the ride. It's about all I've got right for you this week, but again, thank you for subscribing. I do appreciate it. I love all the comments. I try to answer every single one, and again, thank you so much for coming along for this ride. I'm having a great time. I'll talk to you next week.